I've been asked to look at Conan O'Brien. I don't think anybody can look at this guy's face and not go, that's an interesting face. He's just got a unique face. 9 face shapes, he's a combination between what we call a bucket face. If you'll notice, he's narrower here, it comes up, squared off, kind of shaped like a bucket. I'm a bucket face. We like to put things in our bucket. We have a thirst for knowledge that is simply unquenchable. We don't need anything other than our brain. We can sit in a chair. We don't need television. We don't need music. We just enjoy the process of thinking. We tend to overthink, but we're also thought leaders. We're intellectually persistent. We're strategists. We're list makers. We never complete our list because God will take us home if we do. And then he's got a lot of length to his face. So that's that tree quality. The tree face, just as a tree is deeply rooted, he's deeply rooted. He can take the winds of life. That face can handle stress better than any other face. They just have this deep root system. They can take those winds of life, stresses of life, better than anyone else. They like to grow on their own, don't like to be trimmed back, but their gift to mankind is the ability to spread their branches to protect. I wish all children had a tree face parent in their life because they're so good at protecting. So let's talk about him in a little more in-depth way. We're going to look at the right and left eye. The right eye is what we show to the world. It's our public persona. It's our mother's influence. The left is our true inner private self. So when we cover up the left eye and just look at that right eye, this guy's very focused. He's very intentional. Not intense, but intentional. The left eye, he's wary. He's just not as trusting as he would probably like to be. He's probably been burnt a number of times. I know he got kind of burnt in his television show at some point. I don't remember all the details. I just read a book about Johnny Carson, and he was mentioned that he kind of got screwed over in that late night talk show kind of world. His ears are very flat to the side of his head. Sounds bother us, and sounds bother this guy. But we're also good listeners. We can hear multiple conversations at one time in restaurants where there's a lot of noise because there's a person in front of us talking, but this person's going on vacation, this person changed job, this person's having an affair, and this person in front of me is talking. So it's sometimes a little difficult. He suffers from that same thing. I don't think he's quite as aggressive as mine. Forehead, you can't look at this guy and go, that's a big forehead. So the basic tenet in face reading is more, less is less. So if there's more of a forehead, what's behind the forehead? Well, the brain. This guy's high intellect. There's no issues with him from an IQ standpoint. Very, very intelligent individual, deep thinker, who again will tend to overthink. There's an interesting contradiction in him. I don't see this very often. His mouth is very narrow. Now, this indicates he's very introverted, kind of hard to confide in others. He's very private, and yet his jaws are incredibly strong, especially that left jaw. It just sticks out. A lot of his determination from his father. And this indicates someone that's very determined and very, very confident. So you've got the introverted and then the confidence. It's an interesting anachronistic entity here. I don't know how to read that. It's just something he's dealt well in his life. I mean, he's been very successful in what he does. I always like to look at patients and people from a health standpoint. That was my passion, was trying to figure out what's not right. He's got a little unlevel eyes. His pupil on that one side is higher than the other. This is almost always an indicator of a traumatic brain injury, TBI or a concussion. Chances are he's had a history of a concussion. There is this indentation in his cheeks. This area represents your lungs. There's some lung weakness there. I don't think he's a smoker. He could have been a smoker at one time, but anytime we see this sunken in, there's just lacking something. Oftentimes it's oxygen, so there can be a lot of fatigue issues with these folks, but there's just something kind of lacking there. A little bit of lines across the forehead, a little bit of intestinal weakness, and then the tip of the nose, there's some heart issues there. Chances are there's a family history of heart. So that's Conan O'Brien. Interesting face. Again, you can't look at it and go, that's an interesting face. Hope you enjoyed.
Have you enjoyed the faces we've diagnosed thus far? Do you have someone you'd like to see diagnosed? Put it in the comments and it just might happen. Hope you enjoy.